I own a 450X Ather second generation for close to 1.5 years now. Yes, the bike is pretty good in terms of performance and reliability, but there are a few things which completely irritate me. I hate those things about this bike. And this video is everything about those things which I absolutely hate about this bike. First thing is the charging infrastructure. What? Ather has the best charging infrastructure among the rest of the EVs, right? It has fast chargers across the city, across like multiple cities in the country. But it's not the complete story. Yes, they have the fast chargers, which is a good thing, but I feel it's not complete. The reason is that there are a few things which completely irritate you once you start to use that. First thing is that every charging station has only one charging point. You see, we all know that they have been selling this bike Ather some thousands of units every month. So which means thousands of bikes are coming right onto the road every single month. I personally faced it multiple times. I mean, this fast charger right closer to my house, there was no time when it was vacant except in the early mornings or in the late nights. Rest of the days there were at least 2 bikes, 3 bikes waiting for the charger, not plugged in, waiting for the charger. And the maximum that I faced was there were 5 bikes waiting for the point. 5 bikes. Each bike will take close to 45 minutes or 1 hour to get charged. So no one wants to take away the plug until there is some 90% of charge, because it is free, you see, the charger is free. Unfortunately, if you have someone plugged in when you reach there, you have to wait that 1 hour. Along with that, the app integration of your fast charger. Yes, there is an app integration, but that isn't good. There is no transparency of a charger. It says if a charger is vacant or if it is being used by someone, but it won't tell you when will that be vacant. Just assume the scenario, okay? You're riding your EV, assuming it is an Ather, and you have close to 5% or 10% of charge only left on your bike, and the place where you have to reach is somewhere around 25-30 kilometers away. You want that charge for 25 to 30 minutes. Assume that you check the status of the charger right before reaching that spot. It shows that the charger is in use by someone, but now you don't know when will the charger be available. Now you don't know, should you go there and wait for some time and you have the charger, or if there are 2 more people waiting and you have to skip the plan of charging. And the third important thing is that there is no particular time slot that you can book on the charger. You see, there are just hundreds of bikes which charge in these fast charging stations. I am pretty sure these bikes will absolutely feel this, that there is no control on the fast charger. You just go there randomly. If it is there, you'll get it. If not, you won't get it. I mean, it would be great if they had this reservation thing, something like what Charger does. It is a 3-pin charger where you can schedule your charging time. The battery regeneration. It is an absolutely cool feature that we have it right now in 2023, but it is frustrating because you don't know if it is working. See, on your 450X Ather, this regeneration works if you turn the accelerator knob to the opposite side than the usual one. Cool. But would you know if it is working? No. Not even the dashboard will tell you, and not even your app will tell you. You have to assume that it is working by listening to the motor sound if it changes. I mean, how good is it if you don't know if the feature is working, or what is the impact that this feature is creating if you do it? I personally tried this regeneration for a stretch of 9 kilometers from top of Nandi Hill to the bottom. It gave me 2 kilometers extra. Yes, 2 kilometers is a very small number, but you at least got 2 kilometers, which I didn't know if it is working. All through the way, I believed that it is working, and I had to hold the accelerator knob to the other way for 9 kilometers, which completely hurts my finger joints because that's not the natural turn. You have to push it. You have to apply force constantly for the 9 kilometers, which will just put a lot of load right on your finger joints, which is fine. I did it, but you don't know if it is working. I really wish if there is some icon that you can put on the dashboard that tells you if the regeneration is happening, or if there is some change of color on the dashboard which indicates that regeneration is happening, or if it's possible, it will be a huge benefit if there is some transparency that conveys that we have regenerated 500 meters, a kilometer or 2 kilometers, encouraging us to regenerate more. This takes me to the next point that irritates me to the core with regeneration, that it is manual. Ather, I'm not sure why you did that. If you have this feature, if you have this engineering that has been done where you can regenerate your charge why it's not automatic. I would love it if it were automatic, and putting it just manually, it's just killing me that extra charge which I can make use of. These 2 kilometers which I got by riding the 9 kilometers from top of the hill to bottom. If it were automatic, it would have been much more efficient. I would have got some 3 kilometers or 4 kilometers. And there is one more thing about the 450X Ather which I absolutely hate: the dashboard. Have you also faced this? That the dashboard of 450X Ather has been shit. Sorry for the word, but it has been very bad lately, right after the update that we got in January. It has been lagging, stucking, the screen turns black suddenly, and the navigation has a lot of bugs. It won't recenter, it will just turn around somewhere. I was very happy that they moved from the tap gesture to the swipe gesture, because the tap itself was very bad. I had to tap it 3 times, 4 times to make sure that I have tapped on the screen. With the swipe, I was extremely positive and extremely happy that this problem will be solved. But I never expected this gives me this new problem that the swipe never works. It works, but it has some 2-3 seconds of lag. It takes a lot of time for some response on the dashboard, which is extremely bad. It's as bad as the dashboard not working. It's been close to 3 months since we got this update, and I have stopped trusting this dashboard. I have started using my smartphone for my navigation. I think the simple reason for that is the processor and the RAM. I mean, in 2023, we are using Snapdragon 212, if I am not wrong. Please correct me if the processor name is wrong. But in 2023, we have this very low performing processor with 1GB RAM. In comparison, the S1 Pro Ola, it gives a RAM of 3GB, but it just functions extremely smooth. The navigation on it is just as smooth as your smartphone navigation. And the new bike, the Hero Vida, I love that dashboard. It's extremely responsive. I very much want the 450X Ather to be that way. Have you also thought about this? If so, please do let us know your thoughts in the comments below.